Mel Tiangco, Corina Sanchez Rojas, Maricaimo, Flor Perez, Chichi Robles, Telma Dumpit, and Angelique Lazo Mayuga are just a few of the most respected names in the broadcast industry. And they have all one thing in common. They were mentored by a low-profile news manager who gave them the big break in the industry to realize their full potential. And his name was Rodolfo F. Aquino. After 4 decades in public service, Boss Rudy, as he was dearly called, finally succumbed to lung cancer. His interment will be on Sunday at 12 noon at the Heritage Park in Taguig. Elizabeth Kachin looks back at the good old days, the company of Boss Rudy.
Mentor, boss, father, and friend. These are just some of the words that perfectly fit Rodolfo F. Aquino, more commonly known as Boss Rudy among PTV employees. Boss Rudy's television career started way back in the 70s. It was in 1972 when he first worked as news writer in PTV, then known as the National Media Production Center or NMPC. With his friendly, happy, and comic disposition, warming up to him became so natural with colleagues in the industry. In the 80s, Boss Rudy was promoted as the news department manager of People's Television. In all the decades he served at the station, his great contributions in the Philippine broadcast journalism is undeniable. He was the genius who tapped great talents and acted as mentor to now famous broadcasters like Mel Tiangco, Corina Sanchez Rojas, Telma Dumpit, and Angelique Lazo Mayuga. Despite his sterling achievements and high posts, his feet was firmly grounded. He was always hands-on in guiding and assisting his staff. Whenever he saw anyone's potential and eagerness to learn, he provided opportunities for growth and entrusted people with important tasks to realize their dreams in their chosen profession.
Eto nga, nung nagkasakit siya, maraming nakamiss sa kanya. Maraming nagsasabi nga kung gaano siya kabait na katrabaho, hindi nga raw siya marunong magalit. Sana yung mga naitulong niya, yung mga natulungan niya sa Channel 4, yung magamit yung mga naituro na nalalaman niya sa galing niya sa magtrabaho.
He was a loving and doting husband, father, and grandfather.
Si Papa Rudy, never siyang nagagalit, lagi siyang mabait. Never niya sinigawan ng children niya, lagi siyang matulungan sa amin mga nephews and nieces niya, especially sa mga anak niya. Proud siya sa amin lahat. Papa, wherever you are, I love you and I'll miss you. And I promise na I'll graduate and I'll make you proud.
Dad is one of the genuinely nicest and most generous person. And so I've met a lot of people already, pero none come quite as close to him, especially yung pagiging warm, genuinely very friendly and nice. So that's one thing that I'll miss. Hey Dad, I guess you can rest now and I'll miss you every day. Yeah.
He was also a true public servant who genuinely cared for his fellow men. He passed on the baton in 2011 when he retired from government service. A few years later, news broke about his serious condition, but he never showed signs of the terrible pain he went through in the company of his friends and former colleagues. Until he finally succumbed to lung cancer. Shock and sadness fell upon the four corners of PTV over the news of his death. But God has better plans for him. And as an old pal aptly puts it, he must be needed in heaven's newsroom. Boss Rudy, thank you so much for sharing your life and lessons to all of us. Your memory will forever be etched in our hearts. Goodbye, Boss Rudy, till we meet again.
Ay muling
For PTV News, Elizabeth Kachin.